not sure we're allowed to be in here.
Well, I don't really care. This guy sounds like a jerk. And he wasn't taking really good care of his employees. Disciplinary. Tasks for the day. Disciplinary action with possible suspension of Sean V. We've had word that he's been stealing materials from the industrial center, but not before I've had my morning coffee. Gosh. So if that was Sheen, then I can understand him getting disciplinary actions, but I don't know, this is just all... It's too neat. Miners drive pressure relocation. Denied. Mr. Lewis, unfortunately, due to the new expansion schedule, I cannot authorize 3 new drill pieces to be used in the depths. As the company's core repairman, I consider it part of your job to find a manual solution to this problem. If you need assistance with this, please don't hesitate to contact through again. Top, bottom, mid, top, bottom. Okay, and that's for... Okay, let's go look for that area so I can not forget. Pressure. I feel conflicted. There is no way in hell I will be able to get this job done effectively if I am not strict and stern with my workers. I just wish that they knew that I do not mean to be this way and that I am harsh so that the work is complete on time. It's their jobs on the line. If we don't make an adequate turnover and the local economy relies on these shipments to stay afloat, it's a tough job, but someone has to do it. I just wish that I didn't let it get on top of me sometimes. I care so much about them all staying in work. The weight of the mine is on my shoulders and my back is beginning to hurt. Warden. Okay. Now that's understandable, I guess. Why he'd be so harsh, but if you're worried about that, then explain to them why you're worried, why you need them to work harder. Don't just, I don't know, start being strict and rude. But I guess that is a lot of pressure if you're the manager for the town's, like, pretty much the big industry in the town. Because that means, like, the whole town is counting on you to keep everyone employed. So that would be a lot of pressure. Well, that's a bit worrisome that they erased that.
How did we get here? I can't remember.
Well, that's because you have dementia. We walked. Well, I walked. You, I don't know, dreamed or something. Oh, goody. Another message from our buddy.
It's me. Why is it every time I call, I seem to get the machine? I'm gonna have to assume that you're doing okay, since you never call me back. I'm gonna level with you. It's driving me crazy knowing you're in there. Call me, okay?
Maybe it's not that I don't hear the phone ring and that I'm trying to ignore you, first of all. Second of all, yeah, I'm kind of going crazy being in here too. Nothing really makes too much sense. But it's good to hear from you, you know? Yep, real good to hear from you. Just gotta close that. Yep. Was that it? I think that was it.
A stadium almost full with screaming fans. His little eyes taking it in for the first time.
These cramped rooms were where the miners spent most of their time before going underground. It was like a community here. Records show that the mining wardens usually put a lot of undue pressure on the miners to meet quotas. It must have been a grueling job.
Yeah, it probably was. I guess I should take it a little easy on the miners, cause... Not the miners, but the warden. I still don't like him. Weak structure. Miners do not under any circumstance use the washroom facilities in the miners' dry until maintenance work has been carried out. Please use bathroom next to the canteen if you wish to wash. Warden. The air I breathe. The air in here deceives me. I taste the acrid, sour molecules on the tip of my tongue. No one else notices, but I do. How can I taste something that's famous for being invisible to our senses? I don't know, but I taste the arsenic, as thick as cream mingled with the air in here. Not enough rags to cover our faces, and not enough masks to share with the miners below. I grimace with every breath that I take, and a fear wells up inside of me. Still me and the other girls need to get this shipment done soon, otherwise we'll have Oliver and Aaron panicking. Judith Thompson. We also had women working here. And she was really worried about, I guess, arsenic poisoning. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, if you think about bugs crawling on you, you get that feeling that bugs are crawling on you. If you hear about somebody talking about being itchy, you get itchy, and I'm guessing it was like that. She heard that there was arsenic, and she started smelling arsenic even though you can't. Note for Sean. Yeah, I did hear that. Nasty piece of work sometimes, is Rob. His dad, Adrian, is alright mind, and I'm glad he owns this place rather than his son. Sorry to keep getting hounded by his pal. Sorry you keep getting hounded by him, pal. If it's any better, I got pulled in as well the other day. Apparently I'd written a load of ore shipments on the board incorrectly, even though I swear down I didn't. Gave me a right telling off as if I was a kid. One day he's going to take it too far and he'll want to eat his words. I hope you're not planning something too drastic, John. So that kind of sounds like maybe Sean did steal the stuff. But it also sounds like the management wasn't being too polite. Note to Rich. Rich, did you get a chance to speak to the warden about your concerns with the new controlled explosives for this new underground excavation? I'd feel much safer if you brought this up before we begin work on the 1st of the month. I also overheard Adam Westerman talking about the lack of checks that have occurred regarding the new expansion. Obviously his history was in the safety over at Delvin, and he seems pretty concerned. Anyways, I'll catch you in the crow's nest later, Victor. So I'm wondering if those explosives had anything to do with the mine collapse. Victor. No, I haven't had the chance to talk to the warden yet. I also have the same reservations as Adam, but am unsure how to approach everything. The mining warden is pretty stressed at the moment, and I think any questions regarding his conduct are going to result in dismissals, and I can't risk that at the moment. I'll maybe have a chat with Adam if I get the opportunity, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll see you in the pub later. Should be a laugh, and Richard Frost is on the land tonight, so he should be down. Rich. So from what this sounds like, it sounds like people knew there was something wrong and didn't say anything because the warden was being too hard on everybody. And the warden was being too hard on everybody because instead of just telling everybody he was worried about deadlines, he decided to act really strict and stern. And apparently, from what the miners have said, it seems he was acting erratically a little bit. He was being way too strict about certain things. But from the management's perspective, the warden, he's like, oh no, I'm just being strict and stern to help everybody out. So there's like two sides to this story. I don't know. I can understand the warden being very, very stressed because everybody's counting on him. But that doesn't excuse the fact that you need to be a little bit nicer to the employees and actually have that communication open. If you don't have communication between you and your employees, this kind of stuff happens, where they realize there's a problem and don't say anything. Which is dangerous.
This doesn't seem like the right way.
You know, any helpful advice would be helpful, you know? Anything you want to say, just tell me right now. I'll go wherever you say to go. But telling me somewhere's the wrong way, that's not exactly being helpful.